just happened, but my phone just shut off on me. Like, the disrespect, you know what I mean? Okay, so let's just send everybody back a... My gosh, that was crazy. Let me see. Hey, I'm so sorry about that. I don't know what just happened there. Instagram was just, I don't know. It was my phone though. My phone kind of cut off and I don't know why. So let's see. Hopefully everybody pops back in because we were just getting into the meat of everything. You know what I mean? What is up, everybody? Come on in. I just got cut off, but we are going to definitely get right back into this. Let me try to see if I can Michelle. Oops. A message here. Sorry guys, 1 second. Oh, there she is. Okay. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. Hooked up to my charger. I don't know if that's the problem.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Can I see you?
Yeah,
Okay, there
I
you
can
are.
see.
Oh my God.
But see, that's
Girl.
technology for you. That's okay. It's just a blip. It's just a blip.
Jeez, man. Instagram just doesn't want us to be great, but we're going to be great anyways.
Exactly. Exactly. So I don't
Yes.
know how
We
far
were
you
talking
heard.
where, how you feel.
Yeah, so how
Where, how
you
you
feel.
feel. Mhm.
Yeah, and that's why I said I'm not going to make a shirt that says, I feel sad today, because like that's not the message I want people to be wearing. But wear how you feel is trying to uplift yourself. Because I know a lot of times I'm such a big thing concerning mental health. Because I know myself where I can get really down and sad, and like the way things may affect my husband versus myself is completely like apples and oranges. Don't, please, none of the men, please don't get upset at me, but I just feel like they handle things completely different. Oh yes, women are more emotional. Yeah, don't get me wrong, we are to a certain level, but at the end of the day, whether you be male, female, whatever, I truly believe that we all go through something. And at the end of the day, we really need to just uplift ourselves.
100%. Yes, and that's what drew me to even asking Sherry Ann if I could get your contact information because I seen the t-shirts on the kids and I'm like, whoa, hold on, these t-shirts are lit. They are so nice. And it just really makes, I'm sure the child feel good when, or the person, anybody wearing it feel good when they get that type of response. And then it's very, very uplifting. Extremely.
Absolutely.
So big
Absolutely.
up yourself girl, for thinking of that because that is definitely awesome
Thank you.
and it's important,
It is.
very,
It's
very
important.
important.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, what are some of the types of messages that you would put on your t-shirts?
Well, I can't give you a sneak peek into the ones that I have on the way.
Right.
However, because my brain, I'm a thinker. So my brain
Yeah.
goes a mile a minute. So, I mean, when I'm going to bed, and something's going to hit me, and then I have to email myself
Right.
so I don't forget.
Yeah.
But there was one concerning, and again, I'm not political like that, but as we all know, the new vice president is a female, a black female. And that being said, there's one that I made that says shade shouldn't determine my eligibility. And
Ooh.
to me, the fact that it's reality. So you're going to see my son's head. He just passed away. But the
He's
reality,
like, I need to be on live too, mommy.
yeah, yeah. I was like, listen, okay, so the reality is that I'm sure that there's a lot of people out there who didn't get a job because of the color
Yeah.
of their skin. And I'm raising my two to know that, yes, they are Black children, but there's so many different shades of us. There's so many
Right.
different shades of people. I'm not raising them to see color like that, but they are going to know, sadly, that they may not get certain opportunities just because of the color of their skin. That doesn't mean that they're not qualified. It doesn't mean that they can't do the job. But isn't it sad to know that something like that, you know, would stop someone from progressing? And that's another one I have. It says, I'm progressing, not regressing. That means I'm going
Mm,
forward. I'm not going back. You know,
yeah.
there's one that says, has the greater than symbol, and it says greater than the past. And I say the past because growing up, my father used to always say, do not claim anything as your own. Don't claim it.
Mm,
So you don't say my headache. You don't say my cancer. You don't say that. You say the,
mm,
because you're not going to claim it as your own. So don't,
right.
not to say greater than my past, it's greater than the past, and that's it. There's one that says greater than the situation. Not my situation, it's the situation. Because,
Talking about
you know, words are just so powerful. And when we sit
yeah.
back and say certain things, we are essentially claiming them when we shouldn't be.
Yeah.
But when you want to say that I am healthy, that's a difference. You know what I mean? That's completely different. I'm healthy. I'm well. I'm fabulous. I'm gorgeous. You know, I train my daughter to really look at herself in the mirror. And I'll go to them and I'll talk to them and I'll say, especially my son, I'm like, are you my gorgeous boy? And he said, yes.
Mhm.
Are you my handsome boy? He says, yes. So he know, are you my smart boy? Because how often have you heard stories? And I'm sure there's people out there who've experienced it themselves, but how often have you heard stories of kids growing up and they didn't feel that they were worthy? They didn't feel
For
that they
real.
mattered. And that's not the
Hmm.
way that I want anybody to feel. You know, that
Right.
you're no good. You're going to be just like your father. You're going to be just like your, you know, whoever. That's, you don't
Hmm.
have to be that. You don't have to accept that. And that's
Hmm.
where I'm at. I wasn't raised like that. I'm grateful. I came from parents, they were both, my father was a minister, he was a pastor. So I had a certain upbringing. And I don't expect everybody's to be the same. But what are we
Hmm.
doing? What are we teaching people? And it doesn't matter the age. You're never too old or too young to sit back and have positivity drilled into your head. Because you see, the mind is it's so special. It's so special. We have to make sure what we're feeding our minds.
100%. 100%. You're hitting the nail on the head right there. I mean, the message has to be out there, and there's so many people that have grown up, especially in our Black community. We know what it is, growing up with, whether we had West Indian parents or our parents were, from here or there or wherever. In our Black community, there's a lack sometimes of that positive energy coming from your parents
Absolutely.
and in the home.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So definitely determining to change that, I see, which is awesome. That is great. Great stuff. So, this healthy lifestyle, like I am set up on this. You've got the healthy t-shirts, you're eating healthy. What else are you doing to maintain this healthy lifestyle? You said the mental health is really, really important as well. How does it all tie in?
You know what? Here's another thing my father used to say. It always starts with you. And I said this today. on a Facebook Live that I was and am still struggling with being a Debbie Downer. So as
Mm,
much as you may see me smile, and people they don't know your story. They don't know.
yeah,
And I have to fix me before I can help anybody else. And I was
100%.
determined that 2021, I wasn't going to do this anymore. I was going to learn to change my way of thinking, change the things that I say to myself, especially because, especially as a woman, I feel like we are our worst critics.
Hmm.
I kid you not, I can stare in the mirror and pinpoint every nook and cranny that I don't like about myself.
Yeah.
But what are we, shouldn't we be looking at ourselves and picking out the things that are fantastic? And it may not be something that's physical, but
Hmm.
you're smart. You know what I mean? Like, so many wonderful things have probably happened, but we tend to gloss over it because we're looking at things that really don't matter. So for me, the way my healthy lifestyle is that it has to start with me. So as long as I get my mind right, then everything
Hmm.
else is going to fall into place. My kids will probably act a little differently. My husband will look at me a little bit differently, where it's like, you know, the air is lighter, if that makes any sense. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
you know what? I'm not trying to sit back and say that we don't get into our little funky moments. We do, and that's okay. But
Yeah.
don't stay there. Just don't stay there. So that's the difference. So I really am doing my best to make me good so that everybody else around me. And you know what? There's something about an aura about people where you can really give off some serious negativity. But when the positivity comes off, wow, it's like a party. And
Yeah.
that's important. So that's how I'm doing it. I'm really getting my mind right, really mapping out time for myself and knowing that I'm not just a mom. I'm a person.
Mhm.
I'm a human being. You know something? Let me just tell you this one thing. Somebody said after I had kids, I kid you not, you don't matter anymore. No, this
It's
is
true.
so, no,
I think every mother has heard that before
like,
from somebody.
I
Yep.
like, remember, you don't matter anymore. I
Mhm.
went, hold on a second. Stop
Yep.
the bus.
Yep.
Like, I don't even receive that. I didn't
Hmm.
tell that to their face, but I was um, emotionally taking like a baseball bat and knocking that right out of the atmosphere because I am a person. Just because I have
Right.
children doesn't mean that I don't matter. I matter. So,
Yep.
you know, just for those, for all the women out there, you matter. You do.
Yep. And that's important. First of all, I want to just say kudos to you. Congratulations, on just being able to speak your mind and say that, you know what, I'm dealing with this issue that I have of being a Debbie Downer, and I am going to make sure that I conquer that so that it doesn't follow in my children's life and it changes the whole aura around you. So
Absolutely.
that's amazing because
Absolutely.
I think that's something that we're lacking as women, as people in general, just owning ourselves of who we are, what we're battling with, and then trying to push ourselves forward in a positive direction.
Exactly. Exactly. So, that's where I'm at right now.
That is huge. So big up yourself on that one for
Thank you.
sure. Yeah, man. And I mean, that is also important when it comes to mental health as well. That's how we battle mental health is being honest with ourselves and, realizing what issues we have so that we can push ourselves forward. So
Absolutely.
crazy. But you are a mom, you're a wife, you are a crafter doing, all the most with everything. You are shopping the surrounding areas of the grocery store.
Yeah.
How do you maintain a balance?
I couldn't tell you. I just do. You know, like so many people sit back and say, how do you do it? I don't know how you do it. And my answer is, I don't know either. I just do.
Mm,
I
yeah,
really just do. There's no particular equation in order for me to figure that out. It's just, I
yeah,
just do. I learn to know that if I don't get to something, it's okay. Um,
yeah,
I'll get to it when I get to it. I choose not to, and again, for myself, I'm one who I want to make sure that I get it done. There's one statement that I was told when I worked at a particular job, and my manager, he had on his emails, but he also always used to say, excuses are useless. So I sit back, and I was always like, my dad was like totally go, 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 go. And so was my mom, go, 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 go. But at the end of the day, that equation, did it equal happiness? Mm,
mm,
not so much. Um, they were just run ragged. And I choose to stop at times and listen to my body. And when my body says it's time to stop, I stop. When it says, you know what, I don't want to do anything today, guess what? I don't do anything. The kids will not break apart. Um, I'll do the bare bones minimum, and that's it. Because, like I said before, if I'm not right, I can't be right for anybody else. So I do my best to make sure that I just kind of get it all in there. You know what I mean? Like, just kind of, it's like a nice, for those who love roti, like, it's like a nice, oh, I miss it.
I used to love the routine right now.
I miss it. But it's like, packing the potato and the chicken in there and just, yeah. So I do my best to kind of just put it all together. So it's a nice aroma of, my life. That's basically what it is.
Awesome. Awesome. And then, so with this COVID situation coming in, has that kind of changed your business in any kind of way?
No, because it's online. And I know the one thing about COVID is that it has caused a lot of people to become very creative. It has
Right.
birthed a lot of opportunities that people didn't think that they could have. So
Mhm.
yes, there has been a lot of sadness as it pertains to death and loss of jobs, what have you. But um, my prayer for pretty much everyone has been about recreating, about doing things that you didn't think you could do. So because what I do is pretty much online, it doesn't affect me. The only effect is that I can't go out and do my shopping that I normally like to do. Like, I mean, I'm a home sense girl. I'm a winner's girl. Like, I need
Yeah.
so that is horrible for me.
Yeah.
But you know what? I make it work. I really do make it work. It saddens me at times, but I do my best to make it work.
Awesome. Yeah, I know. I think that's what I miss as well. I mean, a lot of people probably miss getting into the stores, just going through the aisles, even if you don't pick up anything, just seeing what's out there.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
oh,
Pump into the music,
oh yeah.
you know?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, Walmart is there, but their music selection is just not where it's at. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out
Yeah.
there.
It's not the
No,
same.
it's not the
You know what
same.
I mean?
There's only so much, me going down like, the toilet paper aisle and yeah, we not fun. You know what I mean? I mean, I told my husband, I'm like, guess we got to get rid of that luggage because like, where are we going? You know what I mean? So, you know, I'm not going down the luggage aisle at Walmart. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, I know. We'll be getting back out there, you know? We got to put that out
yeah.
there. Yes, we're getting back out there, you know, sometime soon. So, I just want to also ask you about the importance of maintaining a healthy environment? You talked a bit about it before, but how important is a healthy environment to our overall well-being?
It's super important because once again, this goes back to mental health. If your whole environment, and you know what, I'm a stickler. I don't like mess. It drives me mental. It like I can't even begin to describe it. It's just, like the nails on a chalkboard for some people, that's what it is. And you know what, when you have clutter and what have you. Now, I'm not knocking anybody in their home because there's clutter over here. Trust me. This nice little wall here with the mirror, that don't let that fool you. So that being said, there is clutter here and there. But once we clear out the clutter of our life, then we have the opportunity to see things differently. It's just a much lighter feeling. So, it's super important to sit back, take a step back, get your bearings about you. Um, like look at your surroundings. Look at it and say to yourself, does this make me feel good? Does this make me happy? And your surroundings could be your home, because, well, right now that's where we're predominantly staying, is our home. But for those who are at their job, does this make you feel good? Does it make you feel good when you know what I mean? Do you get up in the morning going, oh my Lanta, I got to go back to that place again? You know what I mean? And, I understand you got to put food on the table. Hubby always uses this saying, money have to make, food have to eat. That's what he says, right? I don't know, but it,
It's
it's
true.
it's true. It's true. You know what I mean? Money have to make, food have to eat. So I get that.
Yeah.
I get that. But at the end of the day, if you're miserable, because the one thing about when I was going to the job, I would sit back and say, you know what? Okay, it's not just the 9 to 5, those 8 hours or whatever. It's the pre and the post. So
Mhm.
was I miserable? So then what? You get maybe a half an hour to yourself, and then you're thinking, oh my goodness, I got to get back. You know what I mean? So I wasn't feeling good. So
Mhm.
for me, it's to sit back and know that anything that I do, does it make me happy? And there was funny, is something I was into recently. Well, it's not even recent. I've been doing it for a little while. And I talked to my husband and I said, you know what? This doesn't make me happy anymore. And I said, I'm giving it up. And simple as
Mhm.
that, I'm letting it go. And I feel so much lighter. When I was
Yeah.
growing up, I was in college after my mom had passed, and I graduated from fashion design. And I, you know what, anybody who had graduated from the fashion arts program, we came out of there going, yes, we could see our name in lights. We're going to be like big, big designers. Everybody, like, we all had our lines already made up, like the name of it, you know what I mean? And it was like superstar, right? But
Mhm.
that was very short-lived. I mean, I think out of the crew that I was rolling with, I want to say maybe one or two are doing something within that industry, but they're not really, you know what I mean? And like they've done
Yeah.
stuff completely different. And I sat back and realized, and it took me a while, that I was living out my mom's dream and it wasn't my dream. I'm still within the
Mhm.
fashion industry because that is a part of my life. It's something that really makes me happy, but it's at, what level, you know what I mean? And understanding that you can't live your dreams for everybody else. You got to do stuff for you. And that was the difference.
So how did you figure that out? Like, how did you come to that realization?
Oh, it's like a big boom. It's it's just like this whole big light bulb goes off in your head, and because again, as I said, I'm a thinker, and I just went over this in my brain, and I was like, yeah, you know what, and you just kind of sit back, put two and two together, and you go, you know what, this doesn't make any sense, and then you think to yourself, is this right for me? Does this? And that's my thing is, you have to love what you do and do what you love, because that's the only way that you're going to feel like super at peace.
Yeah. Jeez. Love what you do and do what you love for real. That'll definitely help your environment to be
Absolutely.
nice and peaceful.
Absolutely.
Jeez, oh my gosh. So, what are some tips that you have to offer for anybody out there that is looking to, start on this healthy lifestyle journey?
Um, have a plan, focus. Surround yourself with people who are going to uplift you. Maybe even if you struggle, um, somebody's going to hold you accountable. Because if you try and do things on your own, you know what? You were just meant to have a support system. You know, I sit back and as independent as I am, as independent as I was brought up to be, there's still parts of me that I have to be okay with saying I need help. And that's okay.
Hmm.
It's very tough for me to say I need help, but I do it. I do it. So surround yourself with people that are going to get you to where you need to be. That's super important. And focus. Get a plan and just do your best to stick with it. And if you falter, that's okay. Pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and get right back up in the saddle.
Keep going. Very important keys right there for sure. Wow. Well, before I let you go, of course, I want to know if you have like a motivational quote or anything that you would like to share with the masses.
One, of course, as I said before, words are powerful. So, that's one. And then there was one, let me just make sure that I get it correct and read it here. It says, if you want to be happy, be. And that was Leo Tolstoy. So if you want to be happy, just be happy. Like, you know what I mean? You don't have, there's no fluff involved in this. Just be happy.
Yep, so true. My gosh. Well, I just want to thank you, Michelle, for coming on. I am like, very, very, very excited, first of all, to order some t-shirts because you don't know. After I seen those t-shirts, I'm like, my kids not got to get lit too. I need some t-shirts for my children now, and then of course for myself as well. So I'll definitely be ordering.
Thank you.
But talk to us about how we can order some t-shirts and what to expect from your wellness or Michelle Leighton.
Well, my shop site on Shopify is sorry, my son is sitting here in my ear. Oh boy, don't worry. He gonna be all good. I'm just laying some hands on him right now. It's all good. All right. So my shop site is Leighton Michelle. It's all one word. Leighton spelled Leighton, Michelle, Michelle, co, so co, dot myshopify.com. And you can go online there. There's adult tees, there's adult hoodies, and there's t-shirts for kids as well. And my brain goes a mile a minute, as I said. So I have so many different ideas in store that I'm working towards coming out. So like mugs, um, um, since we're in a mask world, motivational masks, that we can wear something that will state that, how we feel. And yeah, so, the possibilities are very endless, but my main thing is that right now I feel like where I'm led to go is to maintain motivation for people because I think it's so important. And last night I just opened an Etsy shop, so there's way more there's way more things available on the Shopify. But I do have an Etsy shop out there under the same Leighton Michelle Co, all one word. So yeah, that's where sweaters too. Someone said yes. We'll see.
Yes, yes. Well, you said you have hoodies, right?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So hoodies, t-shirts. We've got sweaters possibly coming up, mugs, masks, all that good
All
stuff.
that good
Can't
stuff.
wait.
Who
All
knows?
right.
Whatever else I feel led to do. I don't go of myself. I always, I think, and if my spirit says do it, then I do it. If not, then I don't go until, you know, I feel that that's where I need to be.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good. Well, I'd just like to thank you. Chris was just saying thank you for dropping all these gems tonight. Mad gems
Thank you.
dropped down on us tonight, so we definitely appreciate you coming on
Thank you.
and sharing your knowledge, your expertise, all of that good stuff with us. Appreciate
Thank you
it.
for having me.
So no problem at all. And I will definitely be linking up so that I can place my order. So make sure you guys, is there a link in your bio if we go
Yeah,
to your
it's
page?
yeah. So if you go to your wellness factor, it's there.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. So I just want to thank you again, and we will see you soon.
Thank you
All
very
right?
much. Can I just shout out my husband?
Of course.
I gotta shout him out. You gotta shout him out.
We'll shout out whoever, any shout outs, you just shout them out.
Okay,
Shout them
so
out.
I'd like to shout out my husband, Leighton Grant. For whoever is online, my Twitch peep. So he is a DJ as well. So
Okay.
his Twitch is It's Me LFG, and he's also on Instagram as well. So he's so supportive of what I do. And ladies, make sure your significant other, husband or significant other, boyfriend, that they support you. Just that's very necessary. And I'm grateful for the husband that I have, that he supports the things that I do. And I'd also like to shout out my cousin Sherry Ann for her support. She is like my backbone, and I love her to bits. So Sherry Ann, if you're watching, I cuz loves you very, very much. So
Definitely got to shout out Sherry Ann. That's my sister-in-law. I love her to pieces
yeah,
too. She's the
yeah, she's the
bomb.com. So
yes, absolutely.
yes.
And of course my parents, because without them there'd be no me. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So
That's right.
yeah,
Okay. All right, Michelle.
thank
Well,
you.
have yourself a wonderful
Thank
evening
you. You do
and
the
say
same.
hello to the family, and we'll definitely be in touch.
Thank you. I appreciate
All
it.
right.
Okay.
No problem.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye. Oh my gosh, guys. Wow. I mean, she came through and spoke about so much information that we really need to start thinking about. You know what I mean? Most importantly, just be happy, be who you want to be, embrace your weaknesses, your strengths, and be honest with yourself and just be. You know what I mean? So I want to thank Michelle for coming on again. This was an awesome live experience that we had a chance to talk to her and get to know a bit about your health wellness, your wellness factor. I'm so sorry. Make sure you guys click the link in her bio, go over to her page and order some t-shirts. I'm telling you, I seen my niece and my nephew with these t-shirts on and I was just like, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Where did you get these t-shirts? These t-shirts are lit. I want some for my kids. I want some for myself. They're amazing. Very positive messages on the t-shirts. You're unique, you're amazing, like I mean. And she does also, we forgot to touch on it, but she does do personalized t-shirts as well. So if you want to personalize them, put a name on them, she'll also do that. So she's got hoodies, she's got t-shirts, she's got all that good stuff, guys. So make sure you head over to her page, click the link in her bio, and place an order. You will not regret it. Okay. So I can't wait to see you guys next week. It is going to be the first day of the second month of 2021, February 1st, next Monday. So I will see you guys then. Take care and have yourself a great